Okay. Hey. I didn't know how to do it. Sorry.
Hey.
Actually, that's what I was thinking for the last couple minutes. How am I going to say that? So, first of all, thank you to each and every one of you guys for this experimental. I don't even know what is going to happen right now, but this is the new deal for Sleep Time's Over.
Every week here.
Yes. Every week here. Until, well, the fire inspector's downstairs, so I don't know what's going to happen. But every week we're going to go for Tuesday night, and it'll be at Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. And we're going to try and keep it under 90 minutes, give or take. Audio version will probably be longer, and we'll just edit for the video. But also, if you're wondering, I'll just address something that maybe the elephant in the room. Where's the Hawaiian? Where's Kevin the Catalyst? Well, he's in the mainland. He's in, got Designer Con. He flew out. I saw him on Sunday. We were at Encore. I was helping him DJ. You guys watched the IG story. And he flew out with us. Shout out Jay Nance back there. He was there. He's flying there.
You bringing 94 back.
It was very dusty. And we're there. He's going to be there for a week. But going forward, he made the decision at right after our dinner, our second dinner, that he's unable to do the show anymore. So I'm like, okay, great. Well, we're like peaking. Great, thanks, guy. But he wanted me to continue the show. And I told him, well, I can't do the show with anyone else but you. As far as I can't do it with another guy. So I'm like, you know what, if we're gonna do this, I'm just gonna take it and go a whole different route. And thus we have a very young, talented, beautiful Jaylene is here. I feel. There we go, everyone, yes. There we go, yeah. Thank you. I'm saving you now. So I told him if I'm going to do the show, I'm going to do it with a woman. I'm not going to do it again with another guy. We'll have guests on as guys, but, so he gave me the blessing. He's really just got to take care of, he's a busy guy. He's a family of 2 kids. He's doing the shop all by himself. Got a lot of stuff he's got to do. And it's totally understandable. And that's kind of where that all is. I still love him. It's not like we're feuding. He just texted me today. He was like, okay, hope all goes well, kind of a thing. This is where we are going forward. So we shall see where this goes. I mean, ultimately, the idea was to have this become a late night talk show. So that was, we talked about that from like a year ago. So that's where I'm going to try and head this and take this thing. So that's going to be it. We got this great venue here, the Highbrow Room. I mean, the week in itself. We got the Lord back there. Yeah. We got the drinking, you know. And yeah, so thank you also to the sommelier, Scott Cameron's here with all of his insight, all of his help. I want to thank, of course, the sponsors. Our first sponsor, Mr. Earl Kaimuki himself, Justin B. Moore. Yes. Our first actual guest that we did a location at was Square Barrels, and it featured the man that we'll be talking to later, Hideo. He's going to be here. Yeah. Simon's here, and thanks everyone for being here. Let's get this figured out. Let's get this going. All right, let's go with sounds. We gotta go with sounds to officially get it going. There we go. It wasn't as loud as can't even hear that. Keep it going. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Welcome to our live edition, first ever studio audience edition. Jaylene, how you doing?
Doing all right. I missed you last week.
Yes.
Yes.
I was out of town.
Yeah, how was that?
Oh, let's go right into that. Okay, so I just came back I went to Dallas. Went to Dallas to watch the Tennessee Titans of July take on the Dallas Cowboys. And basically every 4 years I go there. Me and my buddy, it's been since 2010.
Oh, wow.
2010 we went to AT&T Stadium. It was Dallas. It was Cowboy Stadium back then. It was the revamped one. I'm sure you've seen the thing, right? It's like checking into like a 5-star hotel. Like everything's there. Wagyu beef everywhere. Mild-mannered people, you know, Blazers. A lot of Blazers. It's a football game, but go figure. So 2014 was in Nashville. Fast forward to 2018. We're back in AT&T Stadium, and I was kind of contemplating, if you watch, you know, the kids, they called it, you know, the IG. I was contemplating whether I should wear a jersey to this thing, because, you know, You know, this is a different level of, well, yeah, but you know, it's a football game, you know, different crowd, you know, it's not the NBA, you know. You got like ruffians, a-holes, you know. And then it's in Texas, right? So, you know, you got that different tier of Holly, you know, you get the redneck Holly, so that's the one that they're not gonna, you know, they're packing, right? So I'm like, should I wear? Wow. And then I was like, nah, you know what, I don't want to deal with it. I'm just not gonna deal with it. But then lo and behold, there's like Titans fans everywhere, Oilers jerseys, Titans jerseys, I'm like, whatever.
Should have done it.
I should have done that. Plus I'm sitting in the what they call the club level. So
Club level.
There's different, if you've been to a football game, they have like where all the cheap people go. And then they have where like the accounting firm goes, or like the lawyer with his clients, you know. So they have this club level where you go in and there's a buffet, there's all you can eat buffet, free liquor, not on hards though. Very strange. You have to still pay for hards on this. I'll reveal the price of this ticket. Oh, it's time for the phone where I use that, if it rings again, I'll do it. Answer the phone, answer the phone. It's from Kids in the Hall. Anybody, Jaylene, you gotta watch Kids in the Hall. It's this thing, they do.
It's on the top of my to-do.
It's on Amazon Prime. And, okay, stop. So then you go into this buffet and every quarter they change the food out.
Oh.
So the first quarter is like prime rib and steak and beef and like, you know, a lot of beef. And then, yes, in second quarter it goes to sushi.
Oh.
Go figure. Third quarter is sandwiches, like almost as big as Earl Kaimuki sandwiches. Big things, pastrami sandwiches, you know. You got the Cubano, you know. But there's literally all these sandwiches laid out. And then, well, another thing that goes on there is they get former cowboys from the past to just show up. They just prop them up. So you just have a former cowboy just sitting in the corner, just like waiting to have someone talk to.
Wow.
Jerry Jones, man, that's what he does. So the two notables were, if you remember, you probably don't, Rocket Ismail. You remember who Rocket Ismail is?
Oh yeah.
Rocket Ismail, right? He was, no, that was Desmond Howard, but Rocket Ismail was, I was gonna say he was MVP of Super Bowl, that was Desmond Howard. And also, here's a name, if somebody remembers this, Dat Nguyen. Does anyone remember Dat Nguyen? Vietnamese football player.
Wow.
Linebacker, yeah?
Linebacker, yes, yes. Pro Bowler. He was second all NFL team, second team. He probably let all of us know that when he was sitting there by himself. So he's there, they're just sitting there, and you just can just shake his hand and just, you know, take a picture with him, just smile at him and smile back. So then they have that going on. And then, main event, of course, the game. Marcus is there. Didn't see many white people there. I don't know if they were hiding, but I saw you guy in UH hat. There was a guy in UH hat. That's the only thing they gave away, that he was maybe the one local guy. I don't know if I wanted to talk to him or not, if he was going to be weirded out. But so we watched the game. First quarter was trash. I was ready to get out of there. But then, lo and behold, they won. They beat Dallas, and then here's the thing: Dallas is quick to get out of there. They get pissed fast. So fourth quarter begins. They're only down 7. Okay, they're getting out. They're leaving. So everybody's all walking out. I'm like, come on, where are you guys going? You guys are giving up that much. So there's booing going on, and they're only down 7. It's just bizarre. So I mean, I didn't care. And I'm sitting next to like all the old Holly people, right? So all the old Holly people just doing this, just cracking like this. No one's standing up. Everyone's sitting down. Very nice. You know, the clients, the dentist maybe was around. You know, psychologists, all these, you know, the white collars. You know. So that was that. They all left. You can still hang out at the stadium 2 hours after the game is done. They want you to keep partying, keep eating, keep partying. Of course, there's nobody there because everybody left. So we're just saying, okay, I'm just gonna have a hot dog. I'm just gonna have another sandwich. That's all I basically did. And that was stay in the stadium, you know, live my best life. Yes. So I was there in Dallas, and any other notable things? Oh, here we go. One last thing in Dallas. I was trying to find stuff to do because overall, okay, visiting. I don't know if anybody else.
I've never heard of things to do in
You're
Dallas.
right. So there's nothing to do in Dallas. It's a wretched place. It's just everything is far out. 20. It really is. I tell you, it takes at least 20 minutes to get to something of any remote value. So there was a Six Flags there, closed for the season. So I'm gonna go there. So then of course, what's next? Right? Do we go to the mall? So I look up the mall. That's like 20 miles away or something, and it's an all-female mall. It's a women's mall.
Female. What does that mean?
There's no store for men there. The entire directory had nothing to do with men. No men's clothes.
I have never heard of that.
Well,
Establishment.
that's trending. Because but there was an Olive Garden. So the women love Olive Garden, but then that's it. And then everything else, I don't know. There's all women clothes. Forever 21, Forever 21 Part 2, Charlotte Russe, Mac. It was all there. Nothing for men. So am I allowed in there? Can I walk in or whatever? Can I say I'm buying a gift? But there was that.
Wow.
Which might work actually as like a national thing. You just have women's malls because like men stereotypically don't like going to the mall. So that might be a thing.
I hope so.
And you can bring Olive Garden here. You know, all the local people they want Olive Garden. You like Olive Garden?
I actually went for the first time this summer, and I really liked it actually. I mean, you know me, I go to California like at least twice a year. But every time I go, I asked one of my family members to bring me there, but it's nothing to them. So they're just like, oh, you want to go there? Like, Olive Garden? I was like, yeah, I've never been. But finally, I got one of my cousins to take me, and it was a great experience.
Okay, define great.
Unlimited breadsticks.
Yeah, how the breadsticks doing? Are they really? You want to keep eating them, or are they just
The
unlimited?
breadsticks were all right, but I mean the food itself. I mean,
because you know what I mean,
my
right?
experience with Italian food is not like extensive, but it
Well,
was good, and then the
you're in
service
Hawaii.
was great. So I think maybe that's what Christians and that's. Shout
Very
out
well.
Holly for taking care of me. I remember her name. She was a lovely
Wow,
woman.
that's good. That's good.
Yes.
You remember. You always got to remember your servant. So the thing with when you go to some place that you hear about and you get excited about, like okay, like you know, when people go to say an In-N-Out,
Yes.
or they go to Olive Garden, and because they don't have it, that do you kind of forcefully feel like it has to be great no matter what you do? Your brain is already brainwashed already. Like you're gonna go in there and it's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be the best thing. You genuinely like Olive Garden.
Yeah, I like it. It's not a bad place. I'm not.
Let's move on.
That bad. Am I missing something?
I'm just saying. I mean,
What does the
okay.
crowd say? Am I missing something? Thank you.
You ran me to the mainland and home. Okay. I'm just saying.
comment.
No
Listen,
comment.
it's like anything else. Like okay, In-N-Out Burger.
Yes.
Are you a fan of In-N-Out Burger? Or is it what?
It's an okay place for me. I don't hate it, but it's not as great as like everyone thinks.
Okay. W&M Burger or In-N-Out Burger, which is better?
What was that?
W&M, the one on Wildlife Ave.
What?
This is why Rachel tells me that I am not from here.
Well, you do speak eloquently.
Thank you.
But W&M is on Wildlife Ave. It's been there forever. It's one of those old burger spots.
Okay.
And that would be like, okay, another one would be like, say, a Teddy's Burger.
Oh,
We
okay.
can even count that. Square Barrel's Burger.
Chubby's.
Hey, oh, cheap plug here, huh?
Chubby's burger.
Which one?
Chubby's.
Chubby's Burger, that's right.
Very good.
Chubby's Burger. Have you had a Chubby's Burger?
Yes, I have.
All right, okay, Chubby's Burger, in and out. They're right in front of you right now. You can take one. What are you gonna take? Think it too long.
Chubby's
Okay.
Burger.
All right.
Neither.
All right.
Alright, so okay, after the trip, what did you do this past week?
After this, okay, yeah. So there was that was a week we were off. So we fast forward to Saturday. I was at the Pretty in Pink event,
I saw the boomerang.
Bishop Museum.
Yeah, you won something?
Yes, if the kids follow the Instagram and they follow the guy, I won a box of wine. It was a strange thing. I'm the last person that would drink wine. I have no idea what was going on. They said my name at this thing, and it was a fundraiser for the Cancer Center for Hawaii Pacific Health. Everybody was there. Piglet Lady was there. Merriman's was there. Encore Saloon. All the characters were there, and I won this box of wine. So
Did you have to do anything to win?
you just drop your card in there, and that's all you do. Drop the business card.
Wow.
And apparently they said my name, and I was like, okay, well, what do I do? And then walk out there, okay, and then they did. And I got this wine. I don't know how much it's worth. I could ask, I was asking people all throughout the entire thing. I was texting Mr. Sky Cameron, who was at Bruno Mars. I'm like, screw Bruno Mars, Sky. Tell me how much this wine is. I give a damn.
I told you the value.
And then yes, you gave me a value. But then so I figured I'll open it up to people there. So I'm asking everyone there, like, how much is this? So of course the best one was for a guy named Dave Newman, who some people may know. of Pine and Jigger fame and Harry's Hardware. So I show him a box. I'm like, hey, so what is this? It's $262. Hashtag eBay. So there was that. After that, then I went over to the place called Nobu.
You weren't DJing that night?
I was not DJing. This was Saturday night.
Enjoyment.
Went to visit a friend who was in town. So we were at Nobu. Nobu was very quiet because of Bruno Mars. But it was all women at the bar. All women sitting at the bar. And they were all like, friends of my friend. But I was the only guy along with him at the bar. So what's going to happen is they're going to come and they're going to come bug me. So earlier that day, I accidentally deleted my Uber app. So I did not, I don't know what was going on. I wasn't living my best afternoon. So I didn't have the Uber app, so I was trying to put the Uber app back on the phone. So I'm at the bar, I'm doing the authentication, here's your code, and I'm doing all this stuff. And then the one girl comes up to me, why are you leaving? I'm like, what do you mean? We have Uber now. I'm like, I'm trying to load it back in, because I didn't have it. Why are you being confrontational? I'm like, I'm tired, I just want to go. It's one of the girlfriends of one of the guys that work at Nobu, who was working the bar, and he's laughing at this. No, she does not know me. No, of course, that's what they do. The girls, you know, they're running around, they're drinking, they're yelling, right? They're screaming, and then they're finding whichever guy is around to just go and just talk, whatever. So I'm there, she's being confrontational, and she says, why don't you just calm down? I'm like, I'm tired, I'm not even, what do you want? What do you mean, what do I want? I'm not kidding, this is how the conversation went. And I'm like, where are we going with this? And he goes, what are you getting an Uber for? I'm like, what am I supposed to, why don't you get a Lyft? I'm like, okay. And then I made the bad decision to say to her, F Lyft. Oh. And then she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, why does it care? And so then she proceeds, so then I tell her, give me top 5 reasons why Lyft is better than Uber right now.
What did she say? What did she say? Did she have anything?
And she's like, well, yeah, of course, sexism. Racism? I'm like,
all the isms in the world.
All the isms. How am I going? What am I going to do there? And then it's like, okay, well, there's 3 more. And goes, why can't you just stop at those? I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. And then, so then she thinks I'm being angry and confrontational, and I just really want the app to load and get out of there. But there was that, and it proceeded to go on for about 10 minutes. And of course, everybody's laughing as this is going on. The boyfriend to her is laughing at this whole thing, and just like. And he's this local guy, shout out Landon. He's like, oh, don't get upset up, because you know, I gotta go home with her, she'll yell at me. I'm like, I didn't even know, man. So there's that. It was horrible, it was horrible. And then this proceeded to lead to like 11:30 at night, and then finally, I'm thinking, okay, you know what, I'm gonna download the Lyft app. Okay, I got it, okay, I got the code, I'm putting it in now. Okay, where are you gonna go after? I'm like, I don't wanna go anywhere after, I told you, I'm trying to get out of here. You know, to Chingu? No, I don't go to Chingu.
That's the worst, you know, like, especially, I mean, I know I'm supposed to be young and full of life, but people don't know how to go home. Like, it's like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and they're like, okay, what's the next? What do you mean, what's next? I'm going home.
Well, that's good. See, this is why you're an old soul.
Thanks.
But it was too late. I'm tired. Everyone's tired. Forget it. But these girls are going to Chingu. I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to twerk or whatever they're telling you. Boomerang it. I don't know what they're doing. So then that was on Saturday. And there was something else that you did on Saturday, was it?
No.
Where did you go this?
You are referring to what I did on Thursday.
You were there Thursday, yes.
Yes, I was
Where
at
did you go?
Bruno Mars.
Oh,
yes,
there you go.
I was at the first show.
Shout out Peter Hernandez.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Roosevelt.
That is.
Peter Hernandez.
Roosevelt, right? That's right. Wow. Wow, get the knife ready. So how was the concert Thursday?
It was great, and you know me, I've been to a lot of shows, but that was one of the most entertaining shows. I've seen Beyonce, I've seen Janet Jackson, and this one's pretty up there.
Right. It's like Michael Jackson 2.0 kind of a thing.
I would say so, especially considering what kind of, would you say that we have a lot of performers in this era?
Well, the ones you mentioned, right?
Chris Brown, I've seen him a couple times.
Oh yeah, shout out,
yeah.
Chris Brown, shout out sexism.
No, but he put on a really great show. Normally I find it hard to like find a good balance between like how much should I record and how much should I like live in the moment, and for the most part like I got little bits right in the beginning, but then I wanted to dance and I wanted to be there and.
Yes, you are a dancer.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, you love the dancing. But that's a good point. Okay, so when you're at these concerts, how do you determine that? How much do you Snapchat as opposed to what you don't Snapchat? Do you make that decision in the beginning?
I try to like make it. I know it sounds.
Everybody's got their phone out.
Really lame, but I try to make it before I go home. Like, okay, like these are the songs that most people know and that they'll probably enjoy seeing when I go on my social media. So I'll get a little bit in there, but I really try to make efforts to not have my phone out so much during these events, just because I pay the money to be there and to be present and to have these experiences.
Right.
I don't want to be like 30 with kids and like, oh, like I remember recording on my phone and not looking at the sweat that's falling down his face and how he looked at me, the one person in the crowd. I want to have those stories.
Or in a thong, or like getting a tattoo.
But
So
yeah,
come back to bite you guys. Okay, so there's that, and then here's another thing. You only do Snapchat. About 99% of your stuff is on Snapchat.
Yes.
Versus the IG story.
Yeah.
Now, why is it a female in your demographic refuse to do the IG story? Now, all us old people, we do the IG story because it's convenient. It's all one app. But you guys like the Snapchat only. Why? Can you share with us that?
I like the Snapchat in general because I like the filters. And then after that, I don't know. I don't really, like I said, I don't really use Instagram video too much. But the last time I checked, like it cuts you off at like a minute. Snapchat, you can kind of keep it rolling for a good while.
Oh, the continuous video.
Yeah,
right.
and that's what I like.
Right. You and the girls with the drinks, and then do the. What else are you guys doing in there? Working. Sorry.
No, but it was really great. He had like a message kind of towards the end. He's a Hawaii kid, and I guess telling all the Hawaii kids that are at his show, that there's life outside of this rock, which I think is an important message to get out to everyone here.
That's good. Yes.
I feel like there's like either people who love being here, and then or people that like he didn't want to go away. So I think like his message was kind of, I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was kind of like a good in between, like there's opportunity out there. You can always come back and give back, and he actually, I don't know if you saw, he's giving back like.
He's giving the Thanksgiving meals. He's giving the 24,000, of course.
Thanksgiving, that's right.
Right.
How fitting.
So he's giving that for Thanksgiving, the meals. He gives a message to Hawaii that you didn't remember. So strong that one.
I got the gist of it.
Okay, I just started drinking. Okay, what else? And then what else? Anything else you caught as far as anything on TV or anything that you saw that noted? Were you at Bruno Mars? You saw, speaking of Cardi B. Isn't she coming down with Snoop Dogg and Sublime? Yeah, that's gonna work.
At the stadium?
That's not gonna work. I'll tell you right now. That's not gonna work. There is no one. They're not gonna sell out 32,000 people for Snoop Dogg. You know
what are they thinking?
This is what they're thinking. I'll tell you what they're thinking. This promoter is. I don't know who this promoter is. Now, you guys know him, then okay. But it's probably some guy that is probably saying, "I'm gonna be ahead of the curve, bro, and I'm gonna get all the old guys, like Snoop Dogg." And then I'm gonna get like all the girls, cause like Cardi B, right? And then I'm gonna get Sublime, cause all the Ollies will come. And I'm gonna get all the people to come, diversify, just like Bruno Mars, man. That's exactly what that idiot's doing, and he thinks it's gonna work. It's not gonna work. It might work at Blaze though. It's not gonna work. So this guy, probably him and his boys from the OC, they're probably hanging out, smoking weed, parkour or something. And this is what they decided to do. Who put up the money for this? That's all I gotta say. They love the parkour. I don't know why. It is. But I mean, why would you put these three together? The people like Sublime are not going to go see Cardi B.
No.
The people with Cardi B have no idea who Snoop Dogg and Sublime are. So what would be the reason for this? So are you going to this?
I'm not, and I don't think I'm even going to be here.
Oh.
Yeah. Again, I'm going to California.
It's a segue.
I'll be seeing Cardi B when I go there. There's another music festival going on called Rolling Loud that she'll be at.
Okay.
So I'll be seeing her there. So another potentially terrible thing in the works is the Detective Pikachu movie that's supposed to be coming out. And doesn't that even sound comical? What is that? Is that what it's called? I think. Yeah, Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
And I really don't know how it's gonna do. Like Ryan Reynolds is supposed to be the voice of Pikachu. That in itself makes me think that it's like almost like a parody.
Okay.
And the Pokemon lovers, I feel, are gonna take this pretty hard.
All right. Couple things. Why, if you're gonna do a movie about the Pokemon, are you gonna make fun of them? You're gonna alienate the people that like them. And then here's the thing with Pokemon too. Like, what? Why is it like mostly guys are into Pokemon? Why is that? Now, I know a lot more guys that are into Pokemon Go than I know a lot of.
Is that your?
I just want to know why.
Like a Pokemon Go, or were you? I mean, I know there's a little bit of an age.
I'm sure there's a universe of this. But
yeah, there is that I grew up with. That everyone that I know.
Right.
Grew up with not just guys but girls as well.
Well, right now I'm talking about the people of my demographic.
Okay, so you're demographic.
And the people in my demographic are male. And they play Pokemon. And they're playing religiously, yes.
Still?
Why?
Yeah.
They got other things to do, like get a job. Maybe get a career, figure out what they want to do in life. Maybe, get out of their parents' basement, okay? Why is that the case? Now, you guys, the under 25s, you guys can run around, do whatever you want. Just live your best life, go to college maybe. But these guys are in their 40s, playing Pokemon Go, walking around Kakako Park, God help them all.
This is
and
the
they're
excitement in their life, I guess.
That's an issue, okay? That's a problem, okay? So all I'm saying is, you're gonna put this movie out, you're gonna alienate who knows, and where is this even gonna go? Who's gonna even want to watch this thing? Is anyone gonna watch this movie, Detective Pikachu? Doesn't that just make you roll your eyes? Or are you gonna secretly watch this thing?
I got one.
Right, give me one.
I want to watch it.
Who doesn't have kids? Who's gonna? You can't use that as a crutch. All right, fair enough. Okay, so you're excited about this movie?
Not really. No.
Okay, well, let's move on. Moving on, what else we got?
I know you sent me something about, and is it because I used to live in Pearl City that you sent me this? About love in Pearl City, like if you're looking for it, that's not the place for you.
Well,
like we made Pearl City was the only Hawaii city to make it on this list of
that is correct.
Fun.
Ironically though, Honolulu, the 16th best city for a single. So you see the comparison there, which means don't frown, stay in town, bro. That's all about town. I literally just made that up. So,
You gotta make that a t-shirt.
I don't know so much budget we got, but I'm just saying, Pearl City, what is that? I can tell you why.
Why?
Pearl City was in the news on the show before. We brought this up as the happiest city in America. And the reason why is because there's a lot of old people. And there's a lot of old Asian people. And they got nothing else better to do with themselves than go to Pearl Ridge and go hang out and maybe get senior coffee and then do nothing. So therefore, that's why it's going to correlate with single people. Because these guys could care less. They're married 50 years, 60 years. There's no single people in Pearl City. Where are you going to go? Name bars in Pearl City that you go. What they got over there? What, Home Bar, the sequel over there? What they got? Arm Bar? Exactly. Well, if you want to go meet that special guy, to Aya Bowl, get pumpkin crunch. There's no one going anywhere in Pearl City. Would you go, if you had a choice, town or Pearl City, where would you go to find the gentleman calling?
Anna Miller's.
Anna Miller's. They have good bread, I think. You get the pie? Well, Bravo's got the bread. See, you go back to back. You can get the bread. That's a thing. And then you can go to what's that other? Monterey Bay Canners.
Yep.
Rum and Cokes for the win. All right, well, enjoy.
Blue Tropics.
That's right. Some people go there.
Tony Roma's.
Okay, I guess we have a lot of places here. Let's take a break. We'll be back. We got coming up. We have many guests, many characters will be coming up. We have Hideo, Simon, Square Barrels Pine Trees will be coming up later. Let's take a break. Here we go. And this is serious right here. We're back. Here we go. Segment 2 is what we call it. We are back with the man that just announced to me just now the Veterans Small Business Person of the Year Hawaii.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, man. All right, you're going to explain to us what that whole year. For a whole year of 2017.
It'll be until 2019.
For 2 years.
No.
2017 to 2019.
It's 19.
This is the 19
now.
Okay.
It'll be 19 next year.
This is a very complicated award.
Keep it moving, man.
Wow. All right. When did you receive this now?
I just got it on Friday. Yeah, there was a big ceremony in downtown over at the Mink Center of Business. So it was it's a big deal.
And it's because of the, as if everyone doesn't already know, co-owner,
Correct.
Pine and Jigger,
Yes.
Square Barrels.
Yes.
How are everything going there? What's the latest on those two
Now
spots?
Harry's
And
Hardware.
now Harry's Hardware, that's right, 3 places. Of course you get this award.
And then there's a real estate investment firm that I'm also a part owner of.
Wow.
But that's not quite as exotic as.
Well,
as
yeah,
other
yeah,
things.
it doesn't raise the eye as much, but
It does.
who isn't a realtor in a while? Yeah, they're rare. So, what's the latest on Square Barrels and Pine Jigger? What's the latest news on these spots?
So Pint and Jigger has been trucking along as usual. You know,
Yeah.
it's got the good stuff with the cocktails and the beers on tap.
Dave Newman.
And Dave Newman, of course.
Yeah.
And then Dave is devoted most of his time over there at Harry's Hardware Emporium.
Right.
Mixing fantastic drinks over there.
And I know you're happy about
Yeah.
I know you're happy about that being open.
Oh yeah.
I just want to say that.
Yeah.
You know, I
Killed myself at that place.
as I would walk over to record at the store, I would cut through
That's
Pine
right.
because I was
That's right.
legally parked there
Yeah.
until they got pissed.
Yeah.
So I would park there at Pine and then I would walk through and I would see this guy
Yeah.
literally just sanding things down, sawing with Diet Pepsi right there, and he's just sawing away. Look at his face, he's got this face of real disgust.
Pepsi.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it was a diet beverage.
It was a diet beverage.
And you were just really into it, so all of the work you see in Harry's Hardware, this gentleman right here,
Yeah.
to my left,
Yep.
you really worked hard on that.
The raccoon eyes from all the books I was
Yeah, you
chopping
look
back.
really like out of it. Like,
An inch thick of pulp on my arms. It was ridiculous.
so appreciate that next time you guys go to
But
Harry's
yes,
Hardware.
yes, please do, because that was like, what, 6 months, I think? I was just in there like a hermit for 6 months.
You didn't look too well.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, it wasn't good. You didn't look good. You weren't living your best life then.
No, it wasn't.
No. How's Square Barrels
Hashtag
doing?
not my best life.
How's-
Square Barrels is doing fantastic. Thomas Ray
Yes.
is my business partner over there. He's also a veteran. So
Okay.
that is a majority-owned veteran business, small business.
Oh, okay.
Got it. But Thomas Ray is doing fantastic things over there. He's got the beer dinners, the whiskey dinners, the wine dinners, all kinds of stuff. So he's made big moves. Our chef over there, Chef Sean, he's also a part owner now, and you know he's pairing all these great drinks with some great food. So very rustic.
It's a great menu. Every week there's some kind of thing going on. A lot of events.
Yep.
There's the stand-up comedy night.
There's
You guys
stand-up
have
comedy
Thursday?
on Thursdays, yes.
Every
Yes.
Thursday?
Every Thursday is stand-up comedy, and then sometimes they have special headliners that come in on Saturdays. Kind of depends on the week, but
Right.
you know we'll do different kinds of big events on Thursdays because we do the trivia on Tuesday nights.
Oh, the trivia night.
Right. So
Yes.
trivia, sometimes we have like these big tournaments on Saturday, and then big headliners for comedy come on Saturday as well. So, yeah. All good things over there at Square Barrels, and I mean it's a little tough to find. It's in downtown, but we serve from lunch to dinner, and our lunch is a big smash. You know, we just
Right.
get hit for like an hour and a half, just nonstop. But the cool thing is, if you've got tickets that you got to pay for your traffic violations, and you can park at Bishop Square, go pay your tickets, and then have a beer at at Square Barrels.
That's correct.
And then you get a 2-hour validation. Boom,
Wow.
$2.
I never thought of that.
Yeah. Also, after 5 o'clock on weekdays, it's 2 hours for the rest of the night. So you
Oh,
can
yeah.
go there, you can session, and then drink till close. And,
Right.
And then it's $2. So downtown it's tough to find parking.
Right.
So if you
That's a very underrated thing you bring up
Oh, yeah.
because Square Barrels has a parking structure,
yes, right above it.
right? I mean,
Bishop Square.
you got all these guys, all these hipsters, man. They're going to Hotel Street. They're trying to figure out where to go to get to Lucky Valley and all that. Forget it. You got a parking structure here with, I have to say, also best burgers in town.
Thank you.
Burgers,
Thank you.
I'm serious. This is not like a kiss-ass moment here. The burgers, every single, the Wagyu burger.
Kiss A.
Exactly.
You were allowed to say yes.
I already started drinking it.
Okay.
It will make me have this. Okay, we go along.
That's cool.
Wagyu burger, 5 months. I have to do the truffle burger, the newest one.
Truffle shuffle.
The truffle shuffle, yes, and eat 5 mics again.
Nice.
There's an elk burger with a chorizo.
That is the eland, yeah.
Yes. Amazing.
Eland burger is a variation of the antelope. It actually comes from Nihao.
Okay.
But what's that?
Dad bod and a misfit burger.
The dad bod, yes.
Yes.
The misfit, of course.
That was like the foundation.
The drive-through burger is what we got started with, and it's always been about local products with Square Barrels. So we started off with Molokai Ranch. We were doing beef from there, and then venison was actually coming from Molokai at the time too.
Yeah.
So we have a venison burger. Now our venison comes from Maui. Our beef comes from Molokai and Big Island.
Yeah.
And we do lamb burgers sometimes. That comes from Nihao, and then the eland burger also comes from Nihao. So we try to do a bunch of stuff that's all lovely.
No, you've got an extensive menu. You've got pastas on there. You've got there's the cheesesteak on there. You've got the cubano on there.
The love is always back to the burger.
It's a good spot, man, and that's why we did the first Sleep Times Over Dinner.
Yep.
Which Justin curated the menu. See, it's all curated. Yes.
That was good stuff.
That was a fun one. That was a nice
fun night. Yeah.
Wild night, wasn't it?
Oh, it was crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people serving water. So as far as who comes up with these beer dinners, and who's the creator of, like, it seems like they're every week, beer dinner, wine dinners at you, Thomas?
Yeah, it's a collaborative effort. I think Thomas is definitely the mind behind all of this insanity. So he's the guy who's been quarterbacking everything from the wine dinners and the wine agreements and all that stuff, as well as the whiskeys and all that. So
he has a term. We give him a name for him on the show.
Do you?
Yes.
Yeah.
The head Holly in charge. Yeah. It's only fitting for this rugby.
Exactly. Yeah. And he's 6'5". So.
Right. Yes. You don't want to mess with this Holly. Yeah.
Plays rugby. He's huge.
Holly plays rugby. That's not.
He's the only guy that out of any of the businesses that I'm extremely afraid of every single time I walk through.
He does have like a dangerous looking demeanor.
He's dangerous.
Say the wrong thing.
It's like mitts.
He'll just destroy you with his hands. Right? Just look at you, stare at you.
Yeah.
Yes. Shut up, Thomas.
Yeah.
Too bad he
But
didn't.
yeah, I mean, we do some really cool dinners over there at Pint Jigger as well. I mean, we've had some fun little cocktail dinners, and and then we do some beer dinners, tap takeovers over there at Pint Jigger, but one thing about Square Barrels that we always do is we always devote as much as we can, well, at least a significant percentage to locally provided goods or products, and that's the thing about the taps. We've got 24 beers on tap at any given time, and you don't know which ones they are because unless you look at the menu, because they're all outfitted with the chrome handles.
Right.
Just like you got those right there.
Right.
So you make that exception, right? Aloha beer only, right over here. But 24 taps, 18 is always dedicated to locally brewed beers. I mean, not beers that are brewed for local breweries, beers that are actually locally brewed, which is like this place here, Aloha Beer, fantastic beers, and then they're brewed right out here, right outside the door. You got Waikiki Brewing, who does amazing beers down the street. We got Lani Kai up there in Kailua. We've got Stu Stonewall that's doing stuff down in Chinatown, and Maui Brewing's always been doing some amazing stuff out there in Maui, and Big Island Brew House. Right. We got quiet beers, so this is great. Yeah.
I mean, what
the amazing part is like you got these amazing beers that are being brewed right here in Hawaii, which you would have never thought of being even available when we first got started with Pint Jigger. When we first got started with Pint Jigger, it was just a handful, like maybe 3-4 guys that you could actually pick from. Now with the way things are moving, it's great.
So we're gonna take a break here, and then we're gonna come back. We've got Justin coming, and any final any events coming up? You wanna plug here right off the bat? Anything coming up soon?
Ah, man, I wish Thomas was.
Thomas was here. He's all about this.
And or Dave.
What would Dave say right now?
I'm sorry. I don't have any. But I do want to say, if you want to come visit us at Pine Trigger and Square Barrels, please do so. And Harry's Hardware.
Yeah, we want to go there
that's
tonight.
the place.
Okay. All right, sir.
Text me for information.
You'll return the text?
Huh?
Are you
I'll
returning
return it.
Are you returning the text? Okay.
Just don't say the number.
Okay. All right, Adele Simon, everyone, thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was nice. That was good. That was good. We are back. Sleep Time's over. We're going to end this one out with another one of our sponsors. Another great man, Justin B. Moore, is here.
Yeah.
Justin B. Moore.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Technically third time on the show as well, because you
I feel like it's the second time really I've sat down and talked to you guys, but I guess third time overall with the dinner.
The dinner,
You know,
you created the dinner.
that we didn't refill waters at.
That was that was fun, yeah.
That was a fun dinner. That was definitely a big learning experience.
It was a party. It was a party.
It was fun. We had a good time.
It is
doing it.
But so for the people that realize we've called you Justin B. Moore on the show before for the fact that you're from Baltimore.
I'm from Baltimore, yeah.
But the real last name of you is, if you could.
Yeah, it is. So my real name is Justin Hussein Parvizi Molla. That's my real name.
Be more.
Be more.
Be more.
Let's go.
Let's go. Be more.
You did not know that the middle name was
We can
Hussein.
go to Justin B. Moore.
Hussein.
So when I was younger growing up, a lot of people, they just called me Parv. Instead of Parvizi Molla on the back of all my sports jerseys and stuff like that, it was always just Parv.
What sports are you playing with that middle name?
I played basketball and baseball pretty much, that's it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, nothing too crazy. I tried to play football one year, that wasn't the best year.
Well, receiver.
Yeah.
So, what's the latest with Earl Kaimuki? What's going on?
Earl Kaimuki is going great. There's honestly no complaints over there at that store. So we have right now like a 275 square foot, maybe, I think it's maybe 300 square foot store in the back of a parking lot behind Happy Days, Big City Diner. It's a very small, like kind of off the beaten path kind of place. A lot of people would say maybe it's like the hole in the wall kind of spot. You know, that place is doing great. No complaints there. Business is great. Sales are great. Every single day we're lucky and thankful that we have a lot of customers come through the door. So everything is good. We just try our best to just do cool specials and give back to our customers.
Right.
You know, and just do cool stuff over there.
No, sounds are great, man.
Yeah, so no complaints there. We got some cool stuff coming up over right around the corner, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. A long time coming. So
A long time.
Let's talk about Kaka'ako. What's going on? What's the timetable there?
So Kaka'ako, we signed our lease for Kaka'ako maybe about 10 months ago. We signed the lease for Kaka'ako. And we were expected to open maybe like 4 to 5 months after that. You know, we were very ambitious about how we could really just get our architects and our contractors and everybody on board, get the whole entire construction process rolling. It didn't work out like that. I'm not sure if anyone's dealt with a build out here in Honolulu. I think our buddy Hideo. 3 weeks. What was the thing?
3 weeks. 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Yeah, you know this one.
That was 3 weeks.
Eric told me the story. I was telling people about that. About how like people were asking me. I started saying 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's
actually 2 weeks.
I started saying,
believe it or not. I extended 3 weeks somehow.
Yeah, very true. So honestly, we had our little hiccups and delays, the whole entire just architecture process and dealing with contractors and architects and the DPP, which is the Department of Permitting and Planning. That's what the DPP stands for. Yep. Just dealing with those guys, it's a process. Very lengthy process, takes time. So honestly, we're at the point right now where we started building. We just broke ground. Yeah, so we did that 2.5 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. And hopefully we're going to open in February. You know?
Where in Kaka'ako is it?
So it's going to be, so if you were to think of like the smug epicenter of Kaka'ako, where all the really cool stuff happens, you would think of maybe Arvell, Salt, Salt, so the backside of Salt, they have Arvell and Bevy on the very backside. And then like right across the street, there's like the Dry Bar. Anybody heard of that place before, where it's like you get your hair blown out, or whatever?
No hair.
You know?
Yeah.
You got your hair blown out at Dry Bar? We'll go tomorrow. You guys should you got some hair, okay?
I'll try to blow it out as best I can. So that, because I wanted to ask you, where the exact location of this was, and that is it.
So Arvo, Bevy, and then Dry Bar is here, and then we're like right across next to the Island Urgent Care.
Oh, I know exactly.
Yeah, so there's this corner right there where it's like Arvo, Bevy, Dry Bar, Island Urgent Care, us. And whenever they do the Honolulu night market, they have that big event over there in
Yeah.
Aka'ako. They kind of block the street off. In the middle of the night market is like right on the corner where our store is.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You know, so it's actually a really
Nice.
good location. And
Yeah.
once we actually get open and get everything going, it's gonna be pretty cool.
400 Kiabe, that's my
400
condo.
Kiabe, baby. It's got lives over there.
I live right upstairs. I live right
He's
upstairs.
here every day.
I'll be there every day.
So this guy was telling me earlier, he's been walking past the coming soon sign for about 10 months now.
Wow.
I'm ready.
And I get
It's not
a
that
discount because I live in the building.
Yeah, it's not that soon.
He's ready.
You see coming soon for 10 months, it should be coming eventually. It should
Yeah.
We all should come eventually. I'm sorry.
So originally it was maybe April, and then we pushed it back to October, and
Okay.
then now we're like February, it's gonna happen.
Okay.
And if it doesn't happen in February, then it's gonna happen.
Throw 'em away already.
Yeah, it's gonna happen in February.
They have a sign in my building now that says they're pouring concrete for you guys.
We're actually, so this is actually a funny story. We're not pouring concrete tomorrow, but we're pouring it the day after tomorrow. And I hired a contractor, and he was like, "Hey, do you want to maybe potentially like save money on the build out? You can help with certain things." And I was like, "Okay, cool. That sounds great. Like, I would love to help, and like, I love saving money. I would love to do that." And he was like, "You can help lay the whole entire rebar. I guess that's like the metal rods." I swear to God. I swear to God. Yeah, he told me that I could help him lay the rebar for the concrete, and tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. I'm going there to lay the rebar.
Oh,
Get that discount. Get the discount. Let's go.
Whatever, we're gonna do whatever it takes, whatever we have to do.
it's not going to delay the opening.
Wow.
is it?
Yeah, hold on.
I'd rather you not lay the rebar and just concentrate on sandwiches.
Hey, I can lay the rebar. He told me it was easy.
That's because in October. So when this finally goes down, what are we to expect? What's the differences that we're going to see as opposed to Kaimuki?
So the big difference is going to be everything because we're not going to do the same menu.
Oh.
So we have a menu over at our Kaimuki store. We have 10 sandwiches over there in our menu.
Yeah.
We have a couple appetizers. We're going to do none of that.
Okay.
Yeah, none of that at all. So
Okay.
a lot of people, whenever I tell that to people, they're like, "What? Are you serious? Like this works over here in Kaimuki. Why are you doing that? You know?"
Right.
And we're just like, we're not the kind of company that's just gonna like sit back and be complacent. Like this works. Like we want to incentivize people that come here to like go over there
Yeah.
and then go to our new store and try something else and try something
Excellent
different. And honestly, like I have a lot of like I wouldn't say free time, but like what's to stop me from? I can come up with 10 new sandwiches. Like
Right.
we can do that.
Right.
You know? So we're gonna have a whole entire new menu.
You're going to keep
Over there.
both
And that's
stores?
one of the main
You're gonna
things
keep
that-
Wow.
that's like the big selling point I think
Okay.
for the new store. And also we're gonna have not longer hours, but like 'cause we're open 10 to 8 right now.
Yeah.
Over in Kaimuki. We're gonna open I think 10 to 9.
Okay.
Aka'ako.
Okay.
But we're gonna have the ability to do like a couple burgers and make our own French fries. And
Yeah.
like we're not a burger spot. We're still gonna be a sandwich place. But we're gonna have maybe like 1 or 2 like burgers on there.
Okay.
You know, so we'll have like the Earl burger or like
Right. And then availability for dine-in as well.
yeah. So over in Kaimuki, we have maybe like 8 seats. You know, very tiny, very small.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if anybody here has been there.
Yeah.
You've been there. Some
Yeah.
other people have
Yes.
been there. But the new store is gonna have like 40 seats.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
Excellent.
even though most of the restaurant is still going to be the kitchen space, we have this whole entire bar counter that wraps around like the outside of the dining area,
Yeah.
and we're going to have about 40
Wow.
seats.
That's great.
And then of course the other question, will there be a bar?
So honestly, I want to get a liquor license,
Yeah.
and if we do it, it's going to be beer and wine only.
Okay.
We're not going to serve any of the stuff like the Lord Ben Flores stuff, nothing like that, nothing to that caliber, you know. Which we had some great drinks here tonight. Had a
As
couple of
always
drinks and
is.
they're super good, very good. But if we do it, we're gonna do beer and wine
Okay.
only.
No, so it's gonna be a big adventure then. So it's gonna be, you're gonna be open later, dine-in.
Yeah.
Square footage on this is gonna be
1106.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It's decent square footage.
Wow.
You know?
And much as like how you're gonna progress Earl, the brand of Earl, we also, let's get into your progressive thinking on the state of hip hop.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
rap music is,
yeah.
the kids, they call it rap music, they love it. So
I like hip hop
I-
music. It's honestly some of the only music that we listen to in the current store is hip hop music. We love hip hop, right, Earl?
Right, and with that said, I gave you an assignment before you arrived here to give your personal Mount Rushmore
Ooh.
of hip hop solo artists. Now, you're always going to have an eclectic mix of things. So I want you to just go down. You ready for this one?
I'm ready. I
see paper here.
No, so honestly, there's no paper that I like, but
no pencil,
I actually
pen.
I did think about it.
Oh, nice.
You told me that. And I was like, I'm gonna
thoughtful.
Yeah, no, I was like, I'm not just gonna come in here and just be like, okay, boom, this guy.
All right.
So I thought about it for a little bit.
Okay.
I understand it might be kind of controversial.
That's what we like around here. That's part of this whole situation. Okay, so let's go.
I'm gonna name the 4, then we can talk about them. You know.
Let's try to let them get through the 4.
Yeah. So Nas.
Okay.
Is on there for sure.
Yup.
Slick Rick is on there for sure. I think Slick Rick's up there.
Okay.
I think Guru from Gangstar should be on there. I think that he's had a lot of great albums. I think he's had even that Jasmine Taz, all that stuff he did, and the Moment of Truth. I like Jasmine Taz, yeah. And then the last guy, hold on, look at this shirt.
Yeezy.
Oh, no. Put him on there. That's the 4. Yeah,
what did
I think it's Nas, Slick Rick, Guru, and Kanye West.
Okay, so those are my 4 guys.
Interesting mix.
Surprising though is Norman Doom is on there.
MF Doom is
Did
not
he
on
not
there.
make it? He was like at the cusp, honorable mention?
He was the next guy to go on there. And if you were to ask me like what my what's in my most frequently played stuff on my Spotify, Doom's probably up there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You just asked me that question, Mount Rushmore. Some guys had to get left off.
Wow. Okay. So,
You know?
so when you didn't want to put MF Doom in there, because I thought like your top 2 guys back in the day when we talked about was MF Doom and Kanye. So Kanye not surprised. But what took MF Doom out of it? Who was the guy that put in there that took MF Doom out of it?
MF Doom, he hasn't. So he's put out maybe 1 or 2 albums in the last 5 to 7 years, and they really haven't done it for me.
Okay.
Honestly, I think Neruvian Doom and some other stuff he put out, and I was listening to it, and I was just like, I don't really know. It's like, honestly, not for me. I mean, but I guess to that same degree, like Slick Rick hasn't put out anything in a long time.
That's
So
correct.
I mean,
A very long time.
You gotta
Very long
put
time.
some people on, you know. But
Okay.
that's my list. You know, I really, so growing up, like Guru, I really just like Gangstar. I really like Moment of Truth and all those guys. And like DJ Premier is like a great producer. He had some impact on Illmatic and some other stuff.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
I mean, that's my list.
No, that's a great list. Okay,
What's your list? What do you guys? Who's on your
well,
list?
I was gonna go and chime in because we're gonna go into let's have Jaylene start with this one because we have the age differential here. So let's go into this. Jaylene, what did you think of that 4? What is your take on those 4 artists?
I think those are respectable choices, and when you told me that you had asked him this question, it made me think about my own Mount Rushmore, and I think I'm
Here we go.
caught in between, because I feel like there's different eras. You always point this out. I know some of the old music, but I'm also very much a part of this new stuff that comes out, so I feel like when you said Kanye, I feel like he would be on a separate, if there were 2 Mount Rushmores, he would be on the second one for me. On my first one would...
What will be the first one?
First one, I had it written down.
I think you have this written down.
Yeah, I have it.
Let's
your notes
pull this
out.
out.
Yeah.
You see the young people.
They gotta write it down.
Pull this up.
See those notes.
I put
In them out.
Rakim, Biggie, Andre 3000, and I would, it was like...
What do you have here? You have Rakim, Biggie, Andre, and that's all the 3 I got here.
So I like that list. I definitely support that list. And like I thought about putting Andre 3000 on my list.
Yeah.
And the reason why I didn't put him on there was because he's never made a good solo album ever.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So he's the period. He's never done it.
Yeah.
He is the king of features. If you want to talk about who's like the godfather of the Mount Rushmore of features, he's the guy. He's the number 1 guy. Because over the course of the last like 5-10 years, Andre's put on some amazing features. You know? But album.
Oh yeah.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I agree.
Wow.
Don't call
But on
it
the-
right below us.
What about
Little Pump?
Tekashi 6ix9ine. There we go. Yeah.
What about
Where do you
Lil
get
Pump?
between this? What would you say for this new era? What is your Mount Rushmore?
For the new era?
Yeah.
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Oh God, no.
Honestly, I think that Kanye West is still relevant in the new
No,
era.
I
I think that Kanye West, and honestly all the collaborations that he's doing with Tekashi 6ix9ine and some of these other guys he's working with, he's like, I'm not done, I still want to be relevant. So if you want to ask for my new age, I would say he's still on there,
I agree.
and then Lil Peep 3 times.
Wow.
Where do you put Eminem?
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
I'm staying neutral in this one.
I don't really know. I mean, I don't really know
Yeah.
any like some new age. I'm thinking like who's new age?
Well,
like is like Kendrick Lamar new
I would
age?
say so.
Is J. Cole new age?
Yes.
Then those
Yeah.
guys.
Okay.
Those guys are on there.
So if you put them in a Rushmore, is that suitable at this point in time in 2018 to put anybody new past 2010 in a Rushmore situation?
I like J. Cole. Every time, so the last J. Cole album that I listened to, I thought it was really good.
Which one
but,
was that?
I don't even know the name of it. It's like something, count it up, motivate.
KOD.
Yeah, and the reason why that I don't
Count
think I think that some of the music on that album, to me, it sounds too similar. So if you listen to a couple songs on there, it's like, count it up, motivate, count it up, motivate. And it's like, I listen to it and I'm like, there's a few songs to me that sound the same. Now, if you listen to somebody like Kanye West, who's like obviously my favorite artist, you know, I really like Kanye West, and like a lot of his music, he differentiates his music. And when you listen to his music, you can listen to Yeezus, Life of Pablo, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and it's like it's all different. So if you're talking bars, if you're just talking straight bars. So let's go Kendrick, let's go J. Cole, let's talk those boys.
Kendrick Lamar.
If you want to talk about musically, who was reinventing music and creating good, cool, different, unique, interesting music? Kanye. Yeah. All day, every day. I mean.
You don't think Kendrick is better than Kanye?
No.
No.
Not in that sense. Not in that sense. No, just saying from the aspect of creating and making new music.
No, I'm gonna have to agree because he's always trying to be different.
Yeah. He's always
What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, sure, it's not going to agree with everyone.
Yeah.
But it's trying to be different. And isn't that the whole basis of hip-hop from the beginning?
That was the knock on Jay-Z for a while. It's Jay-Z. Everyone was like, oh, all these albums sound the same. People were saying that about Jay-Z for years. He never reinvented himself. And then people are going to talk shit about Kanye because he wants to reinvent himself. You know?
Exactly.
So you like Kanye's song "A Little Pump"? You think that's...
It's interesting.
It's catchy. I mean, but it's
juvenile.
Yeah, it's juvenile.
Kanye right now is old man in the club.
Yeah. He's trying.
Old man in the club.
Yeah, he's trying to make himself.
But
oh my god, yeah. No.
Has anybody listened to the album Kids See Ghosts?
Yeah.
Do you guys think it's good? Anybody think it's good? I think it's fantastic. I think it's fantastic. I think it's great. I think it's a great album.
Look,
Musically, I think it's great.
I appreciate where you're coming from because that's what we need to look at. Is like we have to look at what's being different. We're looking at a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff likes to stay the same, and then they go up with one trend and they stick with that one trend. Kanye never sticks with a trend. If we look at back in like '98 to now, it sounds nothing like '98.
Yeah.
Put 'em, Get 'Em High. Listen to the song Get 'Em High with Kanye and Common. That has nothing to do with the song A Little Pump right now. That's how you can see that this guy is just an evolution of stuff. Sure, he's crazy, he says whatever. But it's just, he is different.
Yeah.
He's the epitome of what a guy should do.
Yeah.
Granted, not people are going to agree, but and he's crazy, but it's different.
He's super crazy right now.
Yeah, so obviously you guys know that at this point I like Kanye West. My girlfriend, she's sitting over here, and she doesn't like Kanye West that much. You know? Here I am. So we're
as an artist or as a person?
we were listening to that song Kids See Ghosts the other day, you know? And that song came on, Kids See Ghosts sometimes, Kids See Ghosts sometimes. And then she, out of nowhere, she says, kids don't see ghosts. She was like, narcissists with opioid addictions do. And honestly, I love my girlfriend very much. I love her so much. But like, there was a moment, I didn't even know what to say. I think I gave her a high five, and I was like, hell yeah, honey.
We're starting a new segment, the line of the night. And I think you got the line of the night. That's the best line of the night.
Yeah. When she said that, I was like, oh yeah. I was like, okay, all right.
So where do you put Drake? You don't put Drake in the top 5.
So Drake's not a rapper.
He's a pop star. He's a pop star.
Yeah, Drake's not a rapper. He's an entertainer.
He's evolved into a pop artist.
So
what about
Drake, Ludacris, whatever? All these guys, they're entertainers. They're
what
not
about
rappers.
Eminem?
Eminem has the ability to put together bars like anybody else, but he's not the best rapper.
No replay.
Skill wise, maybe like he's the best. Maybe he's the guy in the gym that can bench the most, but it doesn't make him the best athlete, the best player on the court. You know?
That's complex.
Yeah.
Your sound, dude.
Eminem's like the best. Like he can put together the most complex bars than anybody. But like,
But what is he saying in these songs?
What is he saying? You have to sit down and you have to get a goddamn dictionary out to understand him. And you have to sit down and write it down and put it on pause and rewind it.
Yeah.
What did he say? What did he mean?
He's a dictionary bully.
Yeah.
That's all he is. He knows all these words.
Well, bottom line is this: there ain't nobody listening from beginning to end in Eminem out.
But this being said, I like Kamikaze.
Yeah. You listen to the entire. And you could drive from here to Waianae.
I would never drive.
You would not skip us on. I kind of made it.
Yeah, who goes to Waianae?
But no one is going. Exactly. I don't go past Honeymoon.
How far west do you stop there?
So I'm just saying, as far as
He stopped at
as
Kakaako.
entertainment value, if you had to pick one album that you listen to if you're driving in the car without trying to skip the songs, how would you would listen to a Kanye album over an Eminem album just for the comedy, just for the entertainment, for just not knowing what's going to happen next, just for the weirdness of it, as a part of this Eminem album that's just this old guy just being like, okay, you know, screw everybody, I'm going to go come after everyone. That's it. I'm just looking for entertainment value here. This isn't music's supposed to be fun.
I thought Kill Shot had entertainment value. I like Kill Shot, the whole Eminem, Machine Gun Kelly.
Okay, so yeah, what's your thoughts on that? Let's go with you.
I mean, honestly, I thought that like the Machine Gun Kelly disc was like okay, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But like I thought the Eminem disc was better. I thought it was better.
Amen.
I mean, it was like almost like it was one of those things where people were like, "Who is Eminem even dissing?"
So was that the longest you ever listened to an MGK song?
Of all
time.
Yeah.
Is anyone listening to an MGK song?
song you ever made?
Yeah.
Well, so Eminem said it in his thing. He said, "I had to give you a career to destroy it." He said it in the actual thing, and that's
Who
totally
knows
true.
MGK song?
You know, he said, "I had to give you a career to destroy it."
Yeah, name one.
I would never go MGK.
Exactly. So you also mentioned before you came on today that you had you make up some statements regarding the current rappers. Was any other statements that we have not covered yet that you want to say?
So he was talking about Drake earlier over there.
Here we go.
And one of them was about like so I always do this thing where like my employees at my restaurant, they like certain rappers, they'll put on certain rappers and stuff, you know, and they'll always know that I'm outspoken and opinionated about certain hip hop artists and stuff. So they'll always ask me how I feel about them. They'll put them on and they'll be like, "How do you feel about Ludacris?" And I'll be like, "Ludacris isn't a rapper. Ludacris is like he's an entertainer, you know, and he's a punchline guy, and like he's like has good songs, and I'll listen to him all day, but he's not a rapper."
What do you define as rappers?
Wow. Controversial statement.
Yeah, controversial.
Is that every Tuesday night? Everyone.
Early Ludacris is a rapper.
Everyone?
Ludacris is not a rapper to you.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I mean,
Drake.
you guys can tell me that you feel differently, and I would say
of
I
course,
respect
but
it.
I want to get to like, okay, if you don't consider Ludacris a rapper, like, what do you
He's
consider
just he's an entertainer.
Scott,
He's like,
that's hard.
He's like so.
He's
I
not
think of a
entertaining.
rapper. I think of like Big L on the mic.
Oh.
Spitting.
All right.
Like,
Shout out Jonah
like,
Hill.
you know?
Bars.
Yeah, that's like I don't think of Ludacris.
Yeah, no, he was
So imagine this. Imagine
Here we go, let's go.
Ludacris in a hip hop cipher.
Right.
Just close your eyes. Hey, Luda. Just close your eyes. Yeah, he would just yell Luda 30 times.
Oh my God.
Shadow New
So you can see Drake in a cipher?
No, that's what I'm saying. They're both the same. Like Drake and Ludacris could be cousins.
No, you know what? I gotta agree.
Yeah, I disagree with you.
That is not that
I love your sandwiches, but
That's fine.
I mean,
over here.
honestly,
Over here.
can you see Ludacris or Drake in a battle cipher with the likes of a Big L? Is that what you're saying?
I would just love to see Big L against Ludacris in a hip hop cipher.
Well, you think Kanye will fare well in that kind of
Well, so
setting?
musically,
Really think so?
Kanye surpasses all of them so much that I'll maybe forgive him for his lack of
In a
bars.
cipher, though,
Oh,
that.
you don't think Kanye's an entertainer?
He's a producer. The boy can produce whatever. I'm wearing a Yeezus shirt. Come on.
Yes.
What the hell do you guys
Like
expect?
if you-
It's like the fifth reference. This is fantastic. I love this.
Kanye is a rapper to you.
Yeah, he's like my favorite artist. So who's your favorite artist of all time?
Favorite artist?
Yeah, just like artists. Like you can say the Beatles, you can say Pink Floyd, you can say Chameleonaire.
That's
you
a
can
tough
say
one.
whatever you want.
That's a very tough one. Artist overall?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oof.
It's got to be
really
Bow
can't answer that.
Wow.
That's a great question.
I
Wow.
have my answer.
Yes, you have your
Yeah,
answer.
I will.
You know what? I gotta give you respect for that because I can't think of one.
Aaron, it's got to be Black Star.
No. Hell to no. Wow, that's a great question.
Artist.
Jaylene, you gotta chime in on that. What, do you have a favorite artist of all time?
Right.
That's a very tough question.
It is a hard question.
Because you have a lot.
It's like, what's your favorite
Well, there's a
movie?
lot of-
Like, that's a hard question to
There's a lot
answer
of
because what's
aspects
your
to
favorite
consider
movie?
artistry. You
Right,
know,
that's
it's,
why-
it's,
because-
it's the production, it's the
Exactly.
the
And you have a lot of
full
stuff to look at. If you listen to music and you listen to a lot of it, it's hard to figure
Yeah.
out, to pinpoint, okay, the
picture.
number one
which
guy.
Yeah,
Which
that's
one
tough.
listens
Yeah,
to
it's
so
hard.
much?
That's tough to do. That's
It is
hard.
hard.
Yeah, I get
Eric,
it.
what's up?
Yeah.
Kanye album.
Aaron, give your
Are you
research.
serious? You just asked this question?
No, that makes sense.
Excuse me, he's been saying Kanye for last like 10
No, but he
minutes.
didn't answer you, but he said he knew it.
He's wearing his shirt, as he mentioned.
I actually,
No,
I'm gonna ask his shirt.
Let's
No,
go.
it makes sense. It makes
Aaron,
sense.
Aaron, give me your top 5. You gotta have a top 5.
No, it makes sense because Chance the Rapper.
Excuse me, J-Naz just checked out of the show.
No, Chance said.
He had 2 drinks.
Chance said in Joe Budden's podcast that Kanye's thinking he wants to solidify his name for 300 years to come, and so that's why he's very, diverse in what he's doing. So he's not just doing one thing. He's, that's why he said artist, right?
Yeah.
Because he's a producer, he's rapper. You can go into the club, his shoes, multiple things that he's doing, right?
You can, yeah. I don't own a pair of Yeezys. I wouldn't own a pair of Yeezy shoes. I think that people like them.
They're ugly.
Once again, you can catch J-Naz at CrossFit Zeus.
Yeah.
Shameless plug, shameless
More of
plug.
these
Shameless plug.
interesting comments.
Who's listening to Joe Budden?
CrossFit
Zeus.
Hey,
It's entertainment. Bottom line, I tell you what.
I'm an academic man.
This is fantastic. Great statements.
Great question.
You came up with the all-time artist. That's a great thing that I
How
can't
do
come
you
up
guys
with.
feel about E40? You guys like E40?
40 man.
Wow, that's a great switch to
Right?
wings. E40.
Are you putting him up there with Kanye?
No, I'm gonna say something very bad about E40.
Okay,
Oh,
wow.
yeah.
He's not a rapper, he's an entertainer.
Okay, real.
You cannot say that.
Hot take, hot
Before I
take.
cut it out, okay, let's
Yes,
go.
Let's
E40
see.
and
Guy, you-
So
you
one of
know,
my,
you
so
know,
one of
you
my
know.
employees, she plays E40 all the time, and she was like, "Oh, do you like E40?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I used to listen to E40 once," and I was like, "That was the summer going into 2nd grade."
Oh,
Wow.
damn.
But I wasn't because his bars,
Wow.
his bars are so elementary. He's like a 3-year-old.
Oh,
What
damn.
is he saying?
Scott,
He goes bar by bar, like he says a little bar and then
Guys,
it's
it's
just-
guy.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
the bar. That's all he does.
So we talked about the Mount Rushmore, and then those are my 2 bold opinions about rappers:
Yeah.
E40 and Ludacris.
Okay, yeah.
E40 is a 2nd grader, and Ludacris is there too.
And so is Drake.
So this concludes our very first live show on High Road Road. It couldn't have gone any better with what an ending. So that was fun.
Oh
Thank you
my
very
God.
much. And to sum it up, what did we learn from this evening? We tried. All right, Jaylene, any closing moments? Anything to say?
No.
Okay, that's
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you.
No,
Flabbergasted, that's
I
about it.
can't believe what was said, but
It's a lot. It's a
Yeah.
lot of information to take in.
Absorb it and we'll figure this out next week. So
he attacked Drake.
you know what? You can go and talk to him off camera because I'm done. So I'll see you guys. Jaylene will see us. We'll all see you guys back next week. Next week Tuesday it is. There you go. Shout out to Sky Cameron. Shout out to J-Nads. Shout out to shout out to Dale.
Yeah.
Shout out to our sponsors. Square Barrels, Earl Kaimuki, the gentleman to the left of me. We got Honolulu Club, 7th floor, Hawaii.
CrossFit Oahu.
CrossFit Oahu is here. I tell you, anybody wants to learn how to snatch? Let's get out of here. Let's go. Time's over.
That's it.